Okay, while the guys from Canopy get set up, another feature of this evening is that this microphone actually becomes yours after the show. We do kind of like an open mic. We call it 60-second spots. That's your opportunity to come up here and promote something you're working on, ask a question, solicit help, promote an event. Who knows? You never know what people are going to say. If we get 5 people up here tonight, what we do is we have everybody enter their want or need into our laptop, what they're looking for, and we promote it. We'll publish it on our website. Even though our website's been hacked, we'll figure that one out later. But also, if you haven't checked in with the guys from Avavi in the back tonight, Joseph is back there answering questions. That's a cool tool that we're implementing and testing out to help you guys better network and find people that are actually based on a sole purpose. If you're looking for something specific and somebody has something specific, Avavi is going to help you find that person. So hopefully you tapped into that. I sent an email about that earlier on today, and we're going to hopefully do a better job of communicating that value down the line, but maybe you tapped into it. If you did, I want to hear your experiences. Cool. Matt, you ready to roll?
I'm ready to roll.
Cool. This is cool. I like this. This is good. Sensus.
Sensus. Hello, my name is Matt Pasiga, and I'm the CSO for Canopy. And we've developed a product called Sensus. It's the world's first capacitive touch, app-enhancing iPhone case. Who hates this? Does anybody hate that? Yes. Down in front, right? So this is our mobile experience right now. My fingers are in front of my content, games, applications, etc. Well, we want to change that. We want to open up the content and make sure that you tweet. We've had a lot of press around this idea. We actually publicly launched Sensus into the marketplace as far as letting people know what this is. You know, we have an SDK at CES this past January, and it just sparked a conversation about mobile content and how we can interact with that content. So without further ado, please visit the website getsensus.com. You can sign up to be notified when we're shipping. It's going to be shipping this summer in August to September, and it's going to retail between $60 to $99. We're still working out those details, and I want to demo this because it's awesome. So my lovely assistant, isn't he lovely? So this is the best way to show off hardware. So here we go. Make sure we're in landscape. So hold it like that. No, there we go. Give me 1 second here. So we're just showing off the configuration application. This is actually showing that we have values going into the case itself. So the sensors are actually built into the shoulder and into the entire back, and actually getting passed through the 30-pin and 8-pin connectors directly into the phone, so the latency it's nothing. So here we're showing off we can get 10 gestures. I got 8 going on, and plus the shoulder. Okay, cool. So we got data going into the phone. Simply said, a drawing application, the same data. Ironically, I'm clearing by touching the front. I'm actually changing the color by using it as a slider, as you see here. Okay, great, cool. We can make pretty pictures, whatever. So camera, right? Everybody uses their phone to take pictures. So that same feature I just showed you as a slider, changing the color, we can actually take that and break it up into quadrants. You might be able to actually see here in the light, we actually have dots, a line, and dots. And that's a way for people to actually feel, because that's what it's all about, right? We like to touch things. So we've broken it into 4 quadrants. So now I can actually take a picture in this quadrant. As you see here, it can actually focus, change. You see the text changing in this quadrant. And so on and so forth here, the UI is changing with the flash. And now I'm locking the white balance, and actually all of these can be simultaneously used at the same time, right? So that's pretty cool. So per application, the developer could utilize the back, the top, however they would want to. Another kind of an obvious one, right, would be games. So here's just a quick demonstration of like, okay, cool, we can manipulate an object by touching the back. But let's say you have a platform game. So right now, there's some really popular games like Punch Quest, for example. They actually take up where the red area is, they actually take up that much real estate for you to put your thumbs here, because this is typically what you're doing, correct? So now we can actually say, no, move that to the top. I'm actually just gonna swipe through, and it's pretty cool through code. We can actually change the center point of where my finger is touching from left to right. I can move that closer, I can move that farther. Here I'm actually just doing basic buttons, but in a trigger mode with a cooldown, it means that I can tap and it releases, tap, and then it's active. So that's pretty cool. Dual stick. So first person shooter type game, we've got toggles on the top. You can throw a grenade, fire, or I can now spin my fingers on the back. And you can always stop by back at the table too. You can come by and play with this thing and get a feel for this. So, for me, this is a little unnatural. It's not as comfortable, right? So I can actually move those center points into a different spot and use the sensor in a different way. It's pretty cool. All right, let's get into something really sweet. We just got this built today. Who knows what a bullet hell shooter is? Anybody? Wow, okay, you guys gotta get this game. It's really cool. So bullet hell is a pattern-based shooter. Let's see if we can get this to load up here. Okay. Well, I apologize for that. You can come back at the table and check out that game, particularly one last one here, and then we'll take some questions. So here's that dual stick shooter game that we have based off those controls. I'm actually rotating the ship. That's uncomfortable, so I'm gonna shift this up here. And now I'm shooting asteroids. Questions? Thanks.
So Apple is either working on this independently or they're going to buy you. What's your wager?
Let's do the latter.
Okay.
So I had a question about how existing app developers could potentially tap into this to potentially modify the way people interact with their apps. There's been a very high-profile case of a new interface getting a lot of traction, or at least a lot of buzz, which is with the Leap Motion product. And I wonder if you have any sort of plans like them to basically provide sort of a platform for people to be able to build using APIs or whatever with what you have.
So if you go to getsensus.com, click on the developer section at the top, and actually you can sign up for the SDK. And everything that we've shown you here, you have access to today. As far as an API and SDK, we have dev kits shipping at the end of May, and you can actually request that as well.
Is there much battery drain?
Yes, the question is about batteries. So come here, assistant. Let's show this off a little bit. So this is the case itself. You can see, and you can come up and talk with me about it. So here's the 3D-pin, way that it interacts. It's actually pulling power from the phone directly, and and because this product is MFI licensed, that means we actually get the usage of the pin, so through the phone directly. So the power draw, we have Apple gives us an allotment of 240 milliamps to use. We're using 20 of those 240. It's tiny. So the Sensus is only on is when that application that's using the SDK and using Sensus, that's when the power draw happens. Other questions?
Where is it manufactured at?
Where is it manufactured? We're working with an excellent partner in China. It's manufactured, if you want to get into the details. So the company's based out of Minneapolis. This is actually a prototype that's done here. This is an awesome 3D printed version of our prototype. It's got live sensors in it. The pattern's all proprietary to the company. The design of the PCB, the chips, everything that we're using, how everything's talking to one another, all proprietary to the company.
With patents?
Yeah.
All right, I'm on this side. Who's got questions over here?
I want to get that.
What was the retail again?
It's between 60 and 99, and we're still working out the details.
And if you're here tonight, you get a
high five. Actually, if you go to the website, you can sign up to be notified. So when it's shipping out, you'll be notified. But maybe we can work out a deal.
Are you selling? This isn't just an online thing. You're going to do deals with all the major distributors.
Yeah, so that's a great question. So the way that this is going to start out is that we're working with Apple because of the MFI license. They get first right of refusal of the product domestically, internationally, for exclusivity. So that is what the offer is on the table right now, is a deal with Apple. So you'll be able to get this product through Apple stores, online, domestic, international. And then from there, we'll see how it goes.
So I guess there's no deal with regard to your Galaxy, your Samsung Galaxy 7.
Let's wait to see what happens.
There's always number 2. Or they're number 1 now. I don't even know now. Right on. Hands up high. Matt's ready for your questions.
We got to try this bullet hell again. This thing is sick.
Hey, what happens when you drop this thing?
It protects your phone.
But how? Is that part of it? Is it
Oh, yeah.
part of it as a protector?
Oh yeah, there's going to be huge considerations into protecting your phone, just like any other commodity case. There's actually certifications that go into developing a case for the phone. And I'm not going to say which partners or people out there or companies that go through the certification. If they actually do get certified, we're going to be certified. Oh, come on now. We just got this build today. We'll give it one more go. Any other questions? Oh, that's a great question. So there's a micro USB. Charge it. Oh yeah, that's awesome. No lightning connector. Woo. Speaking of that, it's going to be released for iPhone 5 when it first comes out.
So it won't be for the 4 or 4S or any of that?
We're working on that, but we've got strict orders. iPhone 5.
Looking
That's
forward.
the future.
Got it.
Yep. Yes, we are going to be scaling into the other form factors for iOS.
Upon launch or no? iPad
Upon launch will be iPhone 5, and then shortly thereafter, iPad mini, iPod Touch, and then iPad.
So mini comes first in your dev, huh?
Oh, I mean, look at this.
Yeah, true.
I mean, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So our CEO and all of us, we do this a lot in the office.
I can see that.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Right on. Good stuff. Thank you.
Thanks, man.